Alright guys, this is the second video. Remember that this is optional. It's not required that you watch this. And this video is probably going to be sort of long because there's a lot in this activity packet. I mean, there's not too much that you can't do within 2 days because I assigned this to you Thursday, Friday when you had the 2-day sub. And then you were able to take it home over the weekend. So technically, I guess if you count Saturday and Sunday, you had 4 days to do this. I'm going to try to do the entire thing within about 30 minutes. So I'm going to prove to you that, hey, this is doable if you do what you're supposed to be doing. But also at the same time, not just to prove it to you, but to help you, because I'm sure a couple of people, we're a little bit confused on this because it takes all of the exponent properties and puts them all together depending on the problems. So this one is just multiplication properties. This front page that just has the maze on it, just multiplication stuff. This second one is all properties of exponents. It doesn't specify, so I'm sure there's a little bit of everything in there. This one is add, subtract, multiply monomials. So no quotient property in here. Everything on this page I've taught to you, by the way. Put a little star. That's a really big star. Everything on this page I had taught to you in class, and everything on this page I taught to you in class. This is maybe the only page that has the quotient property that you had to watch the video for and kind of teach it to yourself. Even on this second one, there's no quotient property here either, so technically you could do this one too all on your own without needing me. And then here for the little heart picture at the very end, there are some problems at the bottom down here that do have quotient property. So you probably did need a little help on this one. So I'm gonna try to do every single page, but this is going to be a long video. So like I said, if you did every page perfectly all on your own just fine, except for maybe this one you got stuck on, then fast forward the video until I get to this page and just watch that part. Maybe you had trouble on this page, so fast forward the video to this page. I mean, you don't have to watch everything. You just watch what you need. If for some reason you didn't know what you were doing at all on the entire thing, well, you have bigger problems because you've got a quiz coming up and we've been doing exponent properties since the quarter started. So it's been way too long. We have to move forward. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm ready if you're ready. Let's pick a thin pencil because I don't have a lot of space. All right, here's the start. Multiplication. All of this is multiplication. So just remember, when you're multiplying, you actually multiply the coefficients, but you add up the exponents every time. So for this first one, 9 and negative 9 is negative 81. For x's, we have 3 and 1 makes 4. Y, 3, z, 6. So we're going down. I don't know if you guys can hear the kid music in the background. Probably not. My daughter's listening to some weird stuff on YouTube. I don't know. All right, negative 3 to the 4th power is 81, positive 81, because your exponent is an even number. We talked about that in class. And then we have x. We're going to be multiplying all of these exponents because this is the power property. So 5 times 4, this is 20, 24, and 8. We're going over here. I'm going to pick, actually that's as small as that highlighter gets, huh? Okay, so we're going up. 27 times 3 is 81. This whole thing is either 18 or 81, isn't it? So weird. All right, 81. X to the 6th, y to the 2 and 3 is 5th, z squared. 6, 5, 2, negative 81. We're going this way. All right. We are multiplying 3 things here. So 9, 2, and the coefficient here, I guess, is a 1 technically. So this is 18. X, 2 and 1 is 3. Another one is 4. Y, 1 and 3 is 4. Another one is 5. Z, there's 2 of them, so z squared. 4, 5, 2. We're going down. All right, sorry about that. That was super annoying. And it wasn't even a real phone call. It said scam likely, and it stopped my video. How annoying. All right, so I filled in the rest of that arrow. Next problem. We have a power property here and here, so we're going to take care of that first. The first set of parentheses does not have an exponent here on the outside. So just rewrite everything in the first one, and then we'll do the other two. So this is negative 2x cubed y times negative 3 squared is 9. X squared is z to the 10th. And then here, well, the coefficient's 1, and 1 cubed is still just 1. So 1x cubed y 9 z 3. Remember, we're multiplying exponents. Now we're going to multiply these 3 monomials and add the exponents. So negative 2 and 9 is negative 18. X, there's 3, 2, and 3, so 8. Y, 1 here and 9 there, so that's 10. Z, 13, 10 and 3. 8, 10, and 13. Here we are. Again, I don't really care if this is neat. All right, next one. 3z, we're just going to leave it alone because there's no exponent here on the outside of it. Who cares? So times 3 cubed is 27. X to the 9th, y to the 15th, z to the 6th. I multiplied all the exponents by 3. And then the next one, this is 1, x to the 12th, y squared, z squared. So 3 times 27, 81 again. Let's see, 9 and 12, this is x to the 21st power. Y, we have 15 and 2 is 17, and then z, 1 and 6 is 7, 2 more is 9. So 21, 17, and 9 down here. Okay, x to the 15th, y to the 6th times negative 3 squared is going to be positive 9, x to the 6th, y to the 10th, and then 2x z to the 6th. So 9 times 2 is 18. For the x's, we're adding them all up. 5 and 6 is 21, and another one is 22. Y, 6 and 10 is 16. Z, 6. 22, 16, 6. We're going down. Next one. This first parentheses, again, no exponent on the outside of it. So just rewrite it. 18x y cubed z squared. For here, I'm going to multiply all of the exponents. So times x to the 9th, y to the 3rd, z to the, was that a 5? I can't read it now. Yeah, 5. 15th. Times z to the 12th. So 18. Add up all the exponents. 1 and 9 is 10, and that's it. So x to the 10th, y 6, z 15, and 12 is 27, 20, 29, 29. 10, 6, 29, positive 18. Here we go. All right. Next one. Multiplying exponents, x to the 9th, y 6, z 3. This next one, 3 squared is 9, x squared, y to the 4th, z to the 6th. And then here, negative 3 squared is 9, x squared. So 9 times 9 is 81. Add up all the exponents. 9 and 2 is 11. Another 2 is 13. Y to the 6 and 10 is 10th. Z, 9. 13, 10, 9. Down. Ooh, there's the finish. hope I'm done after these two. All right, this next one. This is a little bit different. I haven't shown you anything like this yet. You have parentheses here, and there's an exponent on the outside, and then another exponent on top of that. So this has like double stacked exponents here. So when that happens, start with the most inside set of parentheses and work your way out. So we're going to do 3 squared is 9. And then multiply your exponents, so x to the 4th, y to the 6th, and then that whole thing is still being squared because there's another exponent right here. So we'll do that in a second. The other one, let's see, x to the 9th, y to the 3rd, z to the 15th. All right, let's take care of this last power property. So 9 squared, this is 81, x to the 8th power, y to the 12th power. And then we're going to add up the exponents with this one up here. So final answer is 81. For x, we have 8 and 9, so that's 17. And y, we have 12 and 3, so that's 15. Z is also 15. So 17, 15, 15. Ah! Yeah, I love when it works out that way. So this is the last one, right? This takes me to finish. Yep. All right, so here's how the first page should look when everything's done. Second page. Now, here's what I'm going to do with this. I think it'll waste a lot of time in this video shading, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the problems, and then we'll get to the shading if we have time, but I highly doubt it. First one. All right, multiplication. This is pretty easy. X, 8, 9, 10, 11, this is 12. Y to the 9th. 9 minus 5 is x to the 4th power. For these y's, we have 1 minus 2 plus 4. So that's 3. Keep forgetting my equal sign. So those first 4 were pretty easy. Next one. For the x's, 11. For the y's, also 11. Next one. For the x's, we have 3 and 5 is 8, minus 3 is back to 5. For the y's, 1 and negative 3, so 1 minus 3 is negative 2, plus 6 is 4. All right, now we're getting into the negative exponents. Cross the line, change the sign. So turn this into a fraction, and then this needs to move to the bottom. So 1 over x to the 4th power becomes positive exponent. Same thing here. Turn this into a fraction and move the guy that has a negative exponent. Cross the line, change the sign. Next one, let's actually multiply these together and then we'll cross the line, change the sign. So negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. So x to the negative 2nd power. Now we'll cross the line and change the sign. So 1 over x squared. Here, x, let's see, 4 and 1 is 5, minus 3 is 2. For the y, 2 minus 7 is negative 5. Oops. Turn it into a fraction, cross the line, change the sign. So this is x squared over y to the 5th power. I still have a little bit of a cough. I thought this was gone. All right, next one, x is negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5, minus 4 is negative 9. For y, 5 minus 9 is negative 4, plus 2 is negative 2. So both of these have to cross the line, change the sign. So 1, basically you take the fraction and flip it, you know. X to the 9th power, y squared. All right, 8 minus 3 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, and it's going to stay in the bottom. I talked about this in the video. That's a weird one. If you had watched it like you were supposed to, that if you ever have a problem like this where the exponent that's bigger is at the bottom, then that's where you leave your answer. The one above this, 8 was the bigger number. That's why when you subtract 8 minus 3, it's 5, and it stays in the numerator. And the problem below it with the y's, 7 is bigger than 5, and that's in the denominator. So that's why your answer goes in the denominator. Okay, so here we go. This is y 1 y left over, 3 minus 2, and then on the bottom, 7 minus 4 is x cubed. Cross the line, change the sign. 1 over x to the 4th and x to the 5th, so they're both x's, we have to combine them. 1 over x to the 9th. Both of these need to cross the line, flip the sign, so basically just flip the fraction. The y to the 6th power moves up, y to the 1st power moves down. And then, wait, I need to do one more thing. 6 minus 1 is 5. All right, x's, cross the line, change a sign. Cross the line, change a sign. So we have y, 3 and 2 makes 5. And then x, 3 and 9 makes 12. X to the 8th power. X squared, y 6 times 12 and 9. So x to the 12th, y to the 9th. And now add up your exponents. So x to the 14th, y to the 15th. Almost done. Who messaged me? My husband. He's going to have to wait. All right. Let's multiply first inside the parentheses, and then we'll take care of the exponent. Remember, follow PEMDAS. So let's see. 2 and 1 makes x cubed. For y, 6 minus 4 is squared. And then I need to cube that. So this is x to the 9th power, y to the 6th power. For this one, negative 2 minus 3, this is x to the negative 5th power. And then y, negative 2 plus 8 is 6 squared. I know I have a negative exponent. I'll deal with that at the end. Let's do this power property. So this is going to be x to the negative 10th and y to the 12th. Now I'll cross the line and change the sign. I'm running out of space. Here, I'll put the answer up here. Y to the 12th stays in the top. X to the 10th moves below. Okay. This one, basically, you're just going to move these in a fraction and put them on the bottom because this whole thing has a negative exponent. So this whole thing has to cross the line and change the sign. So 1 over x to the 8th power, y to the 5th power. You could have, if you wanted to, distributed this negative 1, and that'd be negative 8 and negative 5, and then cross the line and flip the sign for each one separately, but you would have gotten to the same answer. For this one, let's see, negative 4 plus 7, x cubed. For y, 3 minus 9 is negative 6. Negative 2nd power, so I'm going to apply the exponent and then change it. So x to the negative 6th power, and then y, negative 6 and negative 2 will turn that positive. So now the only one I have to cross the line and change the sign is the x. So y to the 12th divided by x to the 6th. All right, last two. Let's simplify the inside first on this guy. Negative 6. Okay, so for the x's, 9 minus 8 is 1 in the bottom. And then for y, 5 minus 3 is 2. So now I have to give both of these the negative 6 exponent. So this becomes y to the negative 12th and x to the negative 6th. Both are negative. Cross the line, flip the sign on both, or basically just flip this. So x to the 6th moves up, y to the 12th moves down. There's your answer. This guy. I'm going to give everybody the negative first. So on the problem above it, right here, I actually went backwards, like I simplified inside the parentheses first, and then I applied the negative 6 exponent. I'm going to move backwards this time because what I'm noticing is all of these exponents are negatives, and so is the one on the outside of the parentheses. And I know if I multiply a negative by a negative, it turns positive. So if I just apply the negative exponent, then I don't have to cross the line and flip the sign on any of these because they're going to turn positive. Does that make sense? So, for example, x to the 8th power, y to the 16th power, x to the 4th power, y to the 10th power. And then all I have to do is the quotient property, which is to subtract. So 8 minus 4 is x to the 4th power. 16 minus 10 is 6. There you go. Final answer. All right. Do I need to shade this? I really don't want to. I mean, I think you can figure it out. Like, I'll do a few to show you how it's supposed to go. So this first one up here, x to the 12th power. So I need to find it. Maybe if I have eyeballs, I can see. There it is. Okay. It's right here. So now I need to shade it so that it looks like this. So that means the 4 corners are shaded in. So, what? And I want you guys to know when I give you stuff like this, like this isn't kindergarten. Like, I don't care if you can color inside the lines. So just a little bit of scribble the way I'm doing it on the screen is totally fine. It does not have to be perfect. Y to the 9th power is right here. So it needs to look like this image. So that's this entire little triangle over here. And then these 2 corners on the right. Make sense? X to the 4th power. There it is down here. So basically everything except for the 2 top corners. So like this. Y cubed. Here it is. So I almost said left. The right side triangle right here. And then the 2 left corners. So up here. And up here. This next one's weird. Y and x to the 11th power. So I need it to look like this. Basically everything's covered except for one of the little triangles. So this whole thing here, this whole thing down here, and this little corner right here. There it is. X to the 5th, y to the 4th. There it is. The whole thing except for the bottom 2. There you go. So hopefully you're getting the gist, because I'm not going to keep doing this, even though I'm sort of addicted. Don't judge me. See how it's starting to make a pretty design? Here comes my child. All right, I'm going to pause. All right, let's get this finished. I think we're at about the 23-minute mark. So again, I don't want this to be too long, but all right. So anyway, the next 2 pages are the riddles. They're called Algebra with Pizzazz. Both of these are just like, this one is adding, subtracting, and multiplying monomials. And this one is, can't read it, to multiply or find the powers of monomials. So this one is just multiplication, add, subtract, multiply, and this one is multiplying and exponent property. So I mean, I'm just going to do one of them. I'm not going to do both of these because you've had me teach you both of these properties, okay? I want to do this one because it's been a while since we did any of the adding or subtracting. So I think it's good for me to kind of review that. So I'm going to do this one. The other one I'm actually going to skip in the video. I think 1 page out of 5 for you to do on your own is reasonable. So figure it out. And then I will try to, as quickly as I can, get through this. Okay? So start from the beginning here. Okay. This is adding and subtracting. They all have like terms, x squared, x squared. So 3 plus 2 is 7, minus 3 is 4x squared. That's 13. 13 is t. I'll go back and put the letters in later. All right. 5 times 2 is 10, times negative 3 is negative 30. X, 2 and 2 is 4, another 2 is 6. For this one, this is another addition problem, but none of these are like terms. So this is one of those problems where we can't do anything. Next one, 4 times 4 is 16 for the x's. 3 and 2 is 5, another one is 6. This one, again, adding and subtracting. So they have to have like terms. I can only combine this one and this one. So negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6x cubed plus 5x squared. This one, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15 times negative 3 is 45. And then for x, 3 and 2 is 5, another 3 is 8. Can't do anything here because they're not like terms, can't add them. This one is going to be 3 times 2, 6, xy. This one, they do have like terms. 7 minus 2 is 5xy squared. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, x squared, y 4. Not like terms. Whoops, 7. So we can't do anything. 7, negative 2 is negative 14, x cubed, y cubed. All right, so there's the top half. See how like quick that was? You guys got to just do what you're supposed to be doing, and it's not that bad. All right. For the bottom half, you're multiplying and adding for all of these. There's multiplication in each problem, but then in the middle, there's either a plus sign or a minus sign. So I'm actually going to work above each problem to figure this out. So 3 for the a's, 1 and 2 is 3, another 3 is 6, a to the 6th, plus 2, a to the 6th. So this is 5a to the 6th power. Next one, 5, let's see, a, we have 4 and 1 is 5, 6, 7. Plus 4 times negative, or negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. A, 3 and 3 is 6, 7. So they're both a to the 7th. 5 minus 8 is negative 3, a to the 7th. 2 times 3 is 6. A, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus a and negative 1 is negative 8. A to the 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of them is a to the 7th and the other one's a to the 5th. So we actually cannot do anything else here. We can't combine like terms. So that's the answer. Next one, 5 times 2 is 10. A cubed b plus 3. A, let's see, 2 and 1 is cubed b, so 3. A cubed b. So they are like terms. 10 plus 3 is 13. A cubed b. 3 more. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 3 a's, 4 b's, minus, let's see, 6. 3 a's, 2 b's, no, 4 b's, I'm sorry. So 3 a's, 4 b's, a cubed b to the 4th, like terms. Negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. A cubed b to the 4th. All right, next one. Negative 1, 1, and 1. So it's negative 1. A, 2, and 3, 4, 5. A to the 5th. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B to the 5th. Plus, here's your plus sign. Negative 1 and 1 is negative 1. A, 3 and 2 is 5. B, 3 and 2 is 5 also. So A to the 5th, B to the 5th. So really we have negative 1 minus 1. So it's negative 2. A to the 5th, B to the 5th. Last one. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. A squared, B to the 5th. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. There was a subtraction sign, so we're going to have double negatives here. A squared, B to the 5th. So they are like terms, A squared, B5, A squared, B5. Negative 12 plus 12, 0. Okay, so let's write this out. All right, 4x squared is 13. 13 is a t. Negative 30x is 5 is n. 3, 4, 16 is s. 16. 1 is I. negative 6. 8 is L. 45. 18 is A. 11 is E. 6XY. 6. 6 is T. 5XY squared. 19 is Y. I just lost track of where I was. Negative 14, x squared, that's 2. 2 is D. 7, 15 is I. Negative 14, 9 is A. Okay, to the bottom. 5A squared, 3 is I. Negative 3, A to the set, 12 is T. 6, 17 is W. 13, 4 is D. I didn't. Crap, where was I? 4. Okay, negative 10, A cubed B. 14 is H. Negative 2, 10 is N. And 7 is 0. Wait, 7 is P. Sorry. The answer is 0. The letter is P. P. Okay. I didn't plan it this way. What did the Martian say when he accidentally landed on Venus? I didn't plan it this way. Ha ha ha. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, so this one's for you to finish. I'm moving fast because of the time. All right, so in this problem, you're going to get answers in this column over here in the first column, and then you'll get answers in the second column, and you have to match up the colors to the numbers. Does that make sense? So I'll show you what I'm talking about. In this first problem, 2 times 3, this is 6. X to the 7th y squared. 4 squared is 16 x 8y squared. I'm going to make this a little smaller. So 16 times 2 is 32. X, 8 and 3 is 11. Y is 6. Next one, 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. Y. 2 cubed, 8, x cubed, y 15. So this is 4. The x's are gone. 15 minus 8 is 7. Negative 5 squared is 25. X 12, y 4 minus 12x 12, y 4. They're like terms, so 25 minus 12 is 13. Almost done. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3, and it actually has to be in the bottom, so this one should be a fraction. Number 7. Actually, let me rewrite that. 2x squared, 3y. Okay. 6 times 4. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So the 24 and the y cubed stay in the top. This one has to cross the line and change the sign. So x to the 5th power. 3 cubed is 27. X to the negative 18th, y to the 6th, times 2, x to the 10th power, y to the negative 7th. So 27, this is 54, x negative 18 plus 8, plus 10 is negative 8. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. So both variables have to move to the bottom. So 54 is the only thing that stays in the top. X to the 8th y. Oh my god, they're getting messier. Negative 2 squared is 4. X squared y squared times 10. X cubed y 11. And then I'm not going to write down what's in the bottom yet. I need to multiply the top. So 4 times 10 is 40. X will be to the 5th power, y 11, 12, 13. And now I have the 8, x to the 10th, y to the 4th. All right, so 40 divided by 8 is 5. I'm going to have 10 minus 5 for x, so 5x is in the bottom. For the y's, 13 minus 4 is 9. That can stay in the top. Last one, 8 times 12. Oh, shoot. 16, 96. X to the 4th, y to the 7th, divided by 3, x squared, y to the 4th. So 36 divided by 3 is 32. I meant 96 divided by 3. 32, 4 minus 2, this is x squared, 7 minus 4, y cubed, minus 15, x squared, y cubed. 32 minus 15, 17? All right, there's the first column. Second column, now we'll start matching them up. 5, let's see, for x, 4 minus 9 is negative 5, so x, negative 5th power, y to the 9th. So 5 and y to the 9th stay in the top, x to the 5th moves to the bottom. I remember this one, because we just did it recently. It was number 9. Sorry, it's blurry. This thing's just taking forever to load, because there's so much writing on it, so it's just like lagging. So number 9, all of the 9s are red. Orange. 6 squared, 36, x to the 4th, y to the 6th power, divided by 4, x squared, y to the 5th. So this is 9, x squared, y. There it is. It's number 3. All the 3s are orange. Okay, yellow. See how it like disappears and then comes back? This thing is so laggy. 3 cubed is 27. X to the negative 9th, y cubed times 2x, y to the negative 4th. 27 times 2, this is 54. I mean, like, you get to the point where you're like, I only had one answer in the first column that had a 54. So all of the 8s are going to be yellow. You know what I mean? But if we finish it, there'll be 8 on the bottom. X to the 8th power, y. Like that. All right, light green. 3 cubed is 27, x to the 15th, y to the 15th, divided by 3, x cubed, y 11. So 27 divided by 3 is 9, x to the 12th, y to the 4th. So you're going to add the 4, x to the 12th, y to the 4th. So that's 13, x 12, y 4. That was 5. All the 5s are light green. Yeah, so you know what? I'm actually going to stop here just because this video is getting so long. So, I mean, you just have to finish these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 more, okay? I will show you what the picture is supposed to look like, though, so you can match yours with mine to see if you got them right. So here's what it should look like when you're done. Yeah, so your coloring doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said before, I don't care if you color inside the lines. If it's pretty, great. But all I care about is that you get it done. I'd like to put these up in the room because Valentine's Day is coming up, so do your best. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, so that's everything except for this one page that you can do on your own. I did it all, so no complaining. Get it turned in, get it done. And this video, I think, is probably going to end up being under 40 minutes. I'm hoping. I haven't added up the time yet. And each mod, each class is a 50-minute class. So you have